Okay, the first question is, what sort of special training or advanced degree is required?
So for assistants, not usually a lot. There's a lot of places that will do on-the-job training. A lot of clinics require licensed veterinary technicians, so you can do that from, like I almost went to Michigan State program, but for me they suggested not to do that since I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Okay. How much formal education is needed in your field? Similarly, for veterinary technicians, it depends on where you go. So where I work, we don't have any licensed veterinary technicians. And we only had a couple of assistants who then became technicians. But a lot of places will have either veterinary assistants, veterinary technicians, which are most likely licensed, or veterinary. Okay. Why did you get into this field?
I always loved animals, but I wanted to be able to help them. And in this field, you can. It's like every job. Either receptionists can triage over the phone and help people that way. Technicians, assistants, all help in some way. Like every job is important.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What are the most satisfying and the most frustrating parts of your work?
Most satisfying is knowing that you are making a difference in an animal's life. In all honesty, the most frustrating is people.
Okay, what is a typical day on the job like for you?
So each day is different. I work at a general practice, but we do see emergencies. So it's never the same day twice in a row. You have just like standard vaccine appointments, you have just simple medical appointments, and then there's the occasional emergency. So like fights, hit by car, those are kind of stressful. But yeah, it's all very interesting.
Okay, the next question is, in what ways can this job be stressful?
So it's very fast-paced in most places, kind of depending on how each clinic schedules their appointments. So for where I work, we schedule quite a few kind of back-to-back. So being able to stay on top of it and stay on time is kind of stressful because you have clients waiting and they don't understand necessarily what all goes into it, and you have to triage to make sure you're like helping the more serious cases first. And so people who aren't in this field don't necessarily understand that. So some clients will get frustrated that they've been waiting a little while, so you kind of have to explain that to them. But otherwise, yeah, like just kind of it's a high stress field, even though it is very rewarding.
Okay. What are the pressures that you contend with?
What was that one?
What are the pressures that you contend with?
So you have to be confident, but you can't be overconfident. So like if you don't know for sure what you're doing, it's definitely important to ask questions just because it is medical. It is a medical field, so it's important to be careful and like know what you're doing. But if you don't, it's fine, but you have to like ask before just going ahead and doing it. Mm-hmm. So there's that, and then of course the higher pressure cases, so you just want to be able to move fast and get your job done.
Okay, what is the pace of work?
I work at Grand Rapids Veterinary Clinic.
Okay. Describe your career path. How have you progressed to your present position? So my overall goal is to become a veterinarian. So this is the first job I've ever had in the veterinary field, and I've been here about 6 years. And I've just kind of been working on school. So I was not originally going to get a bachelor's degree because you can just get prerequisites and then apply to vet school. But now I am going to go towards a bachelor's degree, which you can get in anything really before vet school.
Okay.
But
what important characteristics, personal traits, qualities for someone entering this field?
You have to be compassionate and sincere, be able to ask questions. Sorry, that's actually kind of a hard one to answer.
That's okay.
But overall, yeah.
What type of training did you receive when you started your first job?
I received on-the-job training, so I just had the doctors for speech help and other technicians really helped out.
Okay. What are the minor elective special knowledge and skills that would be helpful in this field?
So fortunately a lot you can learn in school or on the job, but you have to be able to read animals, be able to ask questions, be able to follow instructions, that kind of thing.
Okay. And I think those are all my questions.
Okay.